Hello, and welcome to the second Grand Meadows Alternative Dimension Horse Quiz, watched now by billions around the world, millions of Chinese, Australians, Indians, Afghanis, even in Yemen, I've been told they're watching this quiz, so I hope you're not missing out. Well, I guess we should make a quick comment about the shirt. This is kind of a nice snake skin look to it, which I felt was pretty repulsive, and so it earned, a place in the ugliest shirt contest. But I gotta say, the fruit from last week was pretty much right up there. All right, so first of all, on your screen, we're going to do the answers from last week. Okay, so number one, what was the horse that's jumped the highest in 1949? Was Wasso, and he jumped 2.47 meters, or 8 foot 1.25 inches. What was the name of Zorro's horse? Was number 2, and that was either Tornado or Tornado. From what breed was the first horse cloned? It was a Haflinger. Germany, all-time leader on Olympic equestrian gold medals. Which country is in second place? And that was Sweden with 17. What was the size of a standard dressage arena? 20 by 60 meters, 66 foot by 197 feet. Question number 6. In the book Black Beauty, who were friends with Squire Gordon at Birtwick Park? It was, of course, Ginger and dear little Merrylegs. Number 7. What are the 5 normal gaits of the horse? I was actually kind of surprised about this, that people were getting a lot of answers right, but a lot of people didn't get the last one of these: walk, trot, canter, gallop, and back. Okay, how many horses died in World War I? And that was answer C, 8 million. Number 9, what is the name of the individual horse that won the most gold medals in show jumping? Pretty much everybody got this. Haller. Number 10, how long was the Pony Express in existence? B, 1.5 years. 11, what is the Latin name for the horse? Equus caballus. Number 12, how big is the world's largest horseshoe? And that was B, 2.36 meters by 2.47 meters. All right, question 13, dear old Billy. He was 62 when he finally croaked. That's pretty amazing. Question 14 was about the reduction of refusals, going from 4 to 3, and in fact that was false. It's gone from 3 to 2. Question 15, the Hollywood horse Pie rode in 17 Westerns with Jimmy Stewart. So answer C. 16, how long can a horse generally survive without water? D, 5 days. Question 17. How many horses have won the Triple Crown? The answer, 13. Question 18, Mr. Ed. How many episodes? That was 143. C. Then we had 19, competitive dressage training based on the progression of 6 steps. And the answers are Tacht, Losgelossenheit, Anlehnung, Schwung, Geraderichtung, or Versammlung. And the last question from last week was number 20. Horses have the largest eyes of any land mammal, and that is in fact true. So the winner last week was Deanna Van Vela. Congratulations, you got 19 out of 20. That's pretty good. And the only question you got wrong was the walk, trot, canter, gallop. Missed the back. And that was it. So I'm going to be reaching out to you. We'll be getting that box of Grand Premium Plus shipped off to you. As a result of actually a lot of high scores that we got, like 18, 17s, I've decided to forego the multiple choice from now on. Make the questions a little bit harder, hopefully. And if you are ready, and also I hope you've taken, if you've got it, the comp cheese out of the fridge And you should have the Beaujolais actually in the fridge because you want Beaujolais to be served quite cool, not, really cold, but cool versus room temperature. Okay, so we're going to start with question 1 coming on your screen now. What is the record for the longest jump by a horse over water? Question 2. On average, how many gallons of saliva will a horse produce in a day? Kind of a revolting answer, actually. Question 3. In vaulting, what is the name of the equipment used instead of a saddle? And there's 2 possible answers to that, so I'll accept either of them. Question 4. At the 2015 Pan American Games in Toronto, the US dressage team won the gold medal. Name the 4 team members. Question 5. What is the weight of an adult horse's brain in grams or pounds, ounces? Question 6. Hopefully you all remember this scene. It was brilliant. What is the name of the racehorse whose head was placed in Jack Waltz's bed in the movie The Godfather? All because he would not let Johnny Fontaine star in the movie. And that was Don Corleone's attempt to make him an offer he couldn't refuse. Question 7. How many teeth does a male horse have, and how many teeth does a female horse have? Question 8. On April the 23rd, 1925, an Englishman started a 7,000-mile journey on a horse to Washington, D.C. 2 years and 7 months later, he arrived riding the same horse. What was the name of the horse? That's a pretty impressive endurance ride, 7,000 miles. Question 9. Big head disease, an abnormal enlargement of the head bones, is also known as what? And the last question before we get into the wine and the cheese is, what is the name of the horse with the most race wins, and how many races did she win? Okay, everybody ready for some wine and cheese? Why not? So up on the map again is the sort of canal map that I showed in the preview. And so last week, again, we were up just southeast of Paris, where the sort of squiggly red line meets the squiggly red line and the blue line. That was into Burgundy, and we were in Chablis, which was to the right of that. And we kind of, got going that week. We continued all the way down the Canal du Nivernais, and then we turned left, and we wanted to pick up the Rhône River. So you see where it says Saint-Jean-de-Lône? That's where basically we're going to get onto the Rhône River going south, and we're going to come to a town called Beaune, and that's where this wine comes from. So that's, one of the things about Beaujolais is it's one of the few red wines that you would want to drink, chilled a bit. Normally all the other red wines are, going to be served at room temperature. Now, hopefully, I'm going to do a little bit better job of opening the bottle this week, because that was like 3 attempts last week. That was kind of embarrassing. It was like, is this the first time this guy's opened a bottle of wine or what? So I'm hoping this is going to be just, boom, straight out of the box. No, it isn't. Hold on. There we go. Okay, straight up. All my credibility collapsing again. There we go. You'll see when you drink this wine, it's made with Gamay grapes, and it's quite dark, but much lighter body. Yeah, that smells pretty good. Yeah, again, obviously completely different from the Chablis, but still a lot of fruit. So, strawberry, I can taste some strawberry, some cherry, and it's got a little bit almost peppery finish at the back, but it's really delicious. Now, on your screen, you can see some cool pictures of Beaune, which is beautiful, probably most famous for this incredible building, which is the Hospice, which was a hospital, actually going back to, I'm not sure if this is the original structure, but they've had a hospital there for the poor since 1443. Been there for quite a while. Now, of course, along with our wine, which I will continue to drink, we have our cheese today. And this is a case, whilst I was telling you last week with the triple creme, you can eat everything. This one, you're not going to eat the outside. So I'm going to take my Gucci cheese machine, and I'm just going to cut off this rind right here. Okay. So Comte, C-O-M-T-E, comes from the Jura Mountains, which is east of where we are. Couldn't find a cheese that came from Beaune exactly. But this is, obviously a harder cheese. People are really obsessed by Comte. I mean, there's a shop somewhere that all they do is sell Comte. That's it. The Comte can range in taste, number one, from whether it's from milk in the winter, where it's sort of a whiter color, or if it's from the summer, where the hay and the grass that the cows are eating is richer, then it's more yellowy because of presumably the batter content. But I mean, they're both good, and it gets stored. Again, on your screen here, they have these caves that are built into the hills or mountains of the Jura, and it's, to me, it's one of my favorite sort of, making a sandwich or something with this. It's got a really nice nutty smell. And again, this is at room temperature. I'll keep drumming this in, at least until people start sending me, can you stop bloody talking about taking the cheese out of the fridge? We know we're supposed to take the cheese out of the fridge. But since this is only the second week, take the cheese out of the fridge. It's very dense. Yeah, that nuttiness really comes through. And actually, whilst it isn't necessarily recommended to have this wine with this cheese, I'm going to say, perhaps I'm a little biased, that it's a remarkably good combination. All right, so we're going to go into the second half of the quiz now. Get your pens, pencils, scribes, stone with a bit of chalk, whatever you're using to write the answers down. And we will start, obviously, with question 11. Who is currently, oh, wait a minute, maybe I should do this in my Western accent. Who is currently the top earning reigner of all time? Who is currently the top earning reigner of all time? Question 12. Now, this is not a history one. This is a current thing. So name the 4 riders who each currently have a cumulative score of over 100 in the 2020 National Eventing Standings. Question 13. Currently, how many horses are there worldwide to the nearest million? So I suggest you call your friends in Mongolia, because they got a lot of them there, and see if they can give you a little bit of a sharper number. Question 14. Scientists believe that the first known ancestor of the horse lived about 50 million years ago. What was the name of this prehistoric horse? Question 15. In the book, The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis, what was the name of the boy and what was the name of the horse? Question 16. I imagine some of you guys were waiting until I asked some sort of supplement questions, because you got to figure, yeah, they make supplements. They're going to throw a bunch of supplement questions. So this is the first one. Get ready for more. Which vitamin is essential for the synthesis of collagen in the body? Question 17. What is the name of the race course where the famous Grand National is run every year? Question 18. Who was the author of the earliest known work on choosing, caring for, and riding horses? All right, moving to number 19. If everybody gets this right, I'll be really impressed. In modern jousting competition, what is the required length of the lance? And the last question, question 20. There are two types of sweat glands in the horse. What are they called? I'm going to put up on the screen the kind of sheet again of how we want the questions sent to us via email. I'm also obviously going to have on the screen the email address you're going to be sending to, which is quiz@grandmeadows.com. Really hope you guys start jumping on with the matching the wine and the cheese thing. As I'd said previously, you know, on the average food show, you watch them cook all this delicious stuff and you watch them eat it and you don't have smell-o-vision, and it's kind of a frustrating experience as they're going, oh, God. Here, you can taste the cheese and drink the wine. Now, we are going to continue down the Rhone River next week. So back on the screen, and we're going to be heading down a little bit south of Lyon, okay? And there, we're going to stop and we're going to drink a bottle of this Côte de Rhône. Again, I'm going to put this on the screen. This is a 2017 Saint-Esprit, and I think it was $11 at Bevmo. So again, trying to be sensitive about costs with the caveat that when I get to Champagne, all bets are off. And then the cheese that we will be eating next week is this bright orange colored cheese, and it's called Minolette. Minolette. And that piece was $5. Unfortunately, I gotta tell you, I think the cheese specific to the region may start to be a little challenging, because here in America, there's only so much French cheese you can find, even at a cheese shop, because they also are having Spanish cheeses, American cheeses, Italian cheeses. So you'll have to bear with me. I may not be able to get an accurate cheese matched to the appellation of the wine we're drinking. And I hope that won't cause, you know, maybe 250 million of you to stop watching this. So the next quiz will be the 27th of May. And I think that's about all I have to tell you today. So thanks for watching. Please share and tell people about it. Again, the whole purpose behind this quiz and the food and the wine is just to give you something else to do versus watching Netflix or Amazon Prime. So I hope to see you next week. Bye.